So some of my friends have often poked fun at me for being a Destiny 2 player. I have one friend that would often remark when I would start playing Destiny 2 or get back to playing Destiny 2 after a hiatus, and I would mention it to him. He would make the joke of like, "Oh, you're back to your worst nemesis, your arch nemesis," which it's I get it's a joke, but Destiny 2 is still one of my favorite franchises of all time. I started playing back in 2018. It was like right before the release of Forsaken. This was like I had done the Red War. I had done like all the vanilla stuff before this big expansion was coming. Forsaken, what it was. I was so entranced by the game. I remember telling myself like, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to get into this game. I don't think I'm going to like it very much." My friends were like, "Just try it. It's free right now. It's free. Just try it." And I'm just like, "Okay, fine. I'll try it." And so I tried it, and then I think we're going on 8 years now. 8 years later, I still play Destiny 2, even at the absolutely abysmal low it is at right now. This is probably the worst state it's ever been in. Actually, there's people, the big name Destiny content creators are leaving or taking a break. The community sentiment is so goddamn awful. It's so depressing and sad, and it just makes me feel awful because I still love Destiny 2. I still love Destiny. I don't get the same kind of itch. I don't scratch the same kind of itch with any other game that I do when I play Destiny. And I can't. I just can't imagine how awful a lot of the developers probably feel, because this isn't the state that Destiny 2 is in right now. It has been going, and the route that it's been going down gradually hasn't been the case of developers not giving a shit. It's because the management has been absolutely abhorrent, like abysmally bad. It's almost comical how insane it is, how bad the management has been. There's been like, I don't know the details, but according to several accounts from inside the company, developers who wanted to add stuff to Destiny 2, wanted to put work into the game, were like begging their management, "Hey, we need to do this. Let us do this. Let us do this. Let us do this to breathe life into Destiny. They would get denied. They would get told no. And in the same way, when there was an armor set that was going to come out, I think it was going to be free for players. Management was like, "No, that looks too pretty. That armor set, just put it in Eververse. It needs to be PRAR. It looks too nice," which is so fucking. I made a video a while back about Pete Parsons and the layoffs of 220 people, the same 220 people who made the final shape, one of the biggest critically acclaimed expansions of Destiny 2 that was a big fucking success. Everybody was having a blast. The same people who made that fucking DLC get laid off, and while the CEO, or well, then CEO, he's not CEO anymore, but Pete Parsons is over raving about his antique car collection. Pete, I know you'll never fucking see this video, but I hope to God your fucking car collection gets napalm bombed. I hope every single car you have in your collection gets like vandalized by a gang or some shit, because you, my friend, are my friend. That's probably not the right word I want to use. You absolute dog shit piece of shit asshole person are a terrible human being, especially when you're raving about, "Oh, look at all my antique cars. Look at my antique cars," while I lay off 220 people that just made a expansion that got me billions of dollars, millions of dollars. Maybe billions is an exaggeration, but still, point still stands. I it fucking sucks being a Destiny player right now, because it doesn't even feel like I'm part of a community anymore. I mean, I'm there's still the clan that I'm in. There's the people that I like to play with every now and then, but the larger community at large does not feel like a community anymore. Everyone's just so easily pissed off now, and part of it probably has to do with the state that Destiny is in. And like I said, the thing is that Destiny still has the potential to stay good consistently. That's another issue, is that the game, we have to constantly babysit this fucking Bungie to be like, hey, you're starting to slip, hey, you're starting to slip, hey, you're starting to slip, fucking over and over and over, to make sure that they fucking keep the standards up. I'm losing my, lineation of sentence structure here. The developers, as I said, want to make Destiny 2 a better experience. It's sorry, that was my phone. My bad. But I almost completely maybe lose my train of thought, because I am frustrated, because I love Destiny 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And to know that there are people behind the scenes who want to make it that game that everybody knows and loves are being just like, they're having shit thrown in their face, and they're being told to fuck off, while management fucking decides how can we make Eververse even more fucking, have even more cosmetics. Like, it's absolutely insane how much stuff is in the Eververse now. And now the Renegades is coming out, I think December. I actually can't remember what date it is, because I didn't check. But that's coming out. It's a huge, like, Star Wars inspired expansion, heavily Star Wars inspired. But there's I don't want to say like you have to turn it around, because I feel like that'd be just like repeating the same, like hoping against hope. But Pete Parsons is gone, and there's Justin Truman now, which I understand people have problems with Justin Truman, but let's preface that his whole statement on like over delivery is woefully taken out of context all the time. When he was referring to specifically crunch in terms of game development, not like developing, like making sure you make a good game. But that's another topic for another time. But I can't. I play Destiny because, well, obviously the general loop of meaningful loot at the end of every activity I do. Right now, that's not really the case. Right now, the game is just, it's so, I'm not sure if this is the right word, but it's so bare bones. Like, and it's to a point where you can barely find people to raid with now. Last week, we were trying to set up a Crota, me and someone else from the clan were trying to set up a Crota Zen raid, and we didn't even get enough people to do the raid. And that same person that I worked with to set up the raid was like, I have never had like issues getting a raid set up before. And I'm just like, and in my head, I'm just like, fuck, dude. People are just not. The game is being so mismanaged because of these shitheads at the upper echelons of Bungie's like leadership, that people just don't. There's no reason to play it anymore. Like, the only reason that you catch me playing Destiny now is because I solely just want to shoot something in the game. I just want to go and shoot some Taken, shoot some Elixir Fallen. I just want to feel that the way the game. I want to feel the way the game feels. But that lasts for like, what, 10 minutes? And then maybe I'll spend like hours. Maybe I'll spend like hours choosing a new shader for which is something I have been known to do. It's a running joke amongst my friends. But it is. How do I describe? Like I said, I feel like I'm hoping against hope that that this will turn around. And there's a tiny sliver of light, possible potential to just rebound from this absolutely. Excuse me. I had like some phlegm in my throat. I'm hoping again. There's this sliver of potential that this can rebound from this absolutely dog water shit stain of a mess that this game is in right now. There's just nothing to do. There's nothing to do. All while Eververse continues to get cosmetics. Here, buy this now, buy this cosmetic. Here, you want to look like a fucking rabbit? Here you go. Fucking $20, please. It's fucking fuck, dude. It's pathetic. I keep tapping my mic. My bad. Because I keep gesturing like I did in the last video, so my hand's slapping my wire around. But god damn it, man. When I first started playing Destiny, I was having such a good time. And Forsaken dropped. Holy shit, what a time to be a first timer to Destiny. To start with Forsaken. Because Forsaken was fucking amazing. The expansions I've experienced with this game that I have had the most fun with is Forsaken, Witch Queen, and Final Shape. And then you have like the little tinier updates like Onslaught and Into the Light. But back during Forsaken, I was having such a good time. I couldn't stop playing. I was so addicted to playing. I would sometimes play it from without end. Sometimes I would forget to eat, which is not good. Don't do that. There's a whole other reason for that. I'm not going to go into. Anyway, sorry. My brain's like starting to tangent. I'm autistic, as I've mentioned many times before. But I was having such a good time. And the seasons that came afterwards, like Black Armory, I loved Black Armory. There was the Menagerie. I didn't play that as much as my friends did, but it was still really freaking fun. But I was playing something else at the time. But doesn't matter. It was still really freaking fun. The new dungeons that came along, the new raids. It was riding high. There was a little bit less. There was points of low points in between like these seasons and the DLCs. Or the DLC that came after Forsaken, which I think was Beyond Light, but it was never this low. This is on a level of this is where you really actually start thinking dead game. And that was something that the game often got, like, it was a meme. Like, people often always kept saying, this game's dead, dead game. Anytime the game had, like, a low point, people would be like, dead game, it's dead. But now it does feel like if something's not done under this new leadership, it's fucked. It really does seem like it might actually be fucked. Again, a bunch of content creators, Destiny content creators, are leaving, and the player count is lower than it's ever been, and it's sad because funnily enough, I know it's kind of weird, but I do feel emotional about it because I spent 8 years playing this game. At that point, when you spend that much time playing a game, it becomes sentimental to a degree. I made so many friendships. I met so many nice people. I had such a good time. And just to see the potential that this could all end with a whimper of depression and sadness as the game slowly deteriorates until nobody's playing it, and then it probably gets shut down, that fucking hurts. It fucking hurts. Because I know I'm like a big fan of Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter doesn't give me the same hit. I'm not sure if that's the right word I want to use, but it doesn't give me the same kind of enjoyment that I get from Destiny 2. Like, I'm really like squeezing blood from the stone with Destiny 2 right now. Like, I'm really trying to just get as much enjoyment out of it as I can, in hopes that Renegades will breathe some life into this limping, withering lion that is just, if it's not resuscitated, it's gonna keel over and die. Now, like I mentioned in the previous video I made about like change and such, I get that change happens. Not everything lasts forever, and I don't expect it to. But the thing is that Destiny has people behind it who want to work on it and make it the game that we as a community, of people who, as the player base, want it to be. Again, I don't know if I've said this enough, but it's not the developers, not by what reports there are and accounts. It's the fucking management fucking them over at every single turn. Like, yeah, like for example, Crucible, the PvP mode, there's a reason that fucking mode was fucking abandoned and left to rot, because it wasn't because of the developers, because management didn't give a shit. There were developers who were like, hey, let's try to expand Crucible, we'll try maybe some more maps, maybe breathe some life into it so we get the PvP scene moving again, and again, management said, no, fuck you. And it pisses me off, because these are people who want the game to be better. These are people who have the means to do it. And not to mention those same fucking people getting laid off, like I already mentioned. It's so fucking irritating, man, because I might be like thinking in my head, if the entirety of the team didn't give a shit, like development, publishing, leadership, like if all three didn't give a shit, I just be like, okay, well, I'm done. But the fact that the developers, the actual people, the people in the trenches, trying to work on the game, the fact that they're being ignored by their own fucking leadership, just makes me mad. Because at that point, I know the game can succeed. It has the people behind it that can make it succeed. But when you're fucking laying them off and ignoring them, like, it's all about fucking greed, obviously. It's all about money, and it's just... But that doesn't excuse it, obviously. It's still fucking irritating. I don't know. I think I'm just getting too upset, or maybe I'm running out of things to say. But Destiny is a game that has a lot I hold near and dear to my heart. It's a game that I played for a long time to get me through a lot of the darker moments in my life, like darker moments I didn't think I'd be able to get out of without playing Destiny with friends of mine, and de-stressing whatever I need to through just shooting some giant alien space things for the sake of simply just shooting them or loot. But I think that's it. I really hope, against hope, that this game can make a turnaround. But it's this feeling of, what's the word? This feeling of like desolation with the game is definitely more real than it has ever been. Like the threat of this game actually just dying out is actually for real this time. So we'll see what happens. I hope it can come back, and if it doesn't, then at the end of the day, if it doesn't, then it doesn't. I can't stop the worst case scenario from happening, but I can still hope. So I'm gonna hope and keep open until Ain't nothing. There ain't nothing to hope for when it comes to Destiny. All right, bye.